Hello everyone, welcome to Aasaan Services. So today we'll be talking about Aasaan ERP Lite, how you can manage all your business operations in our system, how easily you can do it, how efficiently you can do it, how Aasaan pays for itself by making your work more efficient and easy to manage. So we'll look into all these things and step by step we'll go by create by I mean we'll do everything from scratch. We'll create every item just to show you how you can manage it. So let's dive in. So this is our system. As soon as you log in, after you do all your registration, you will be directed here where you will see the dashboard where all the graphs will keep on updating as you keep on using the system. And on the left hand side, you will be seeing the menu from where you can navigate to all the different modules. Also on top, you will find Aasaan AI support where you can ask questions regarding our system. It will guide you, help you. Also, we have our Aasaan AI beta currently. It's our own AI where you can ask certain questions like how many invoices did I make in this month and so on. And then we have the global search bar where you can search for any certain module. Like I want to go to the leads module, so I'll search leads, then I'll click on the add leads. Automatically the add lead form will open up. So basically that's the use of the global search bar. So you can perform all these operations. Then you can see your ID on the right side top. Here this is your ID. Then if you click on it, there are certain settings like you can view your profile, go to settings, update your like organization details. You can check our user manual, or you can go to access group and create some groups. So let's dive in and see in more details like how you can create your items, manage your inquiries and everything. So first of all, we'll go to the all page here. As you can see, all the modules are being reflecting here. From here also, you can directly navigate to the modules. You can say, I want to create anything. You can go here, or you can click on the leads to go to the leads page. So let's go to the leads page. I'll give you an overview of how all the pages looks first of all. So as you can see, in our system, we have a simple and easy to understand design. So as soon as you go to any page, if you want to create anything new, it's very easily understandable that you just have to find the plus button. So in all the modules, you just look for the plus button to create anything new. So as you can see, if I click on this, the form will open up where I can fill all the details for to create a lead and query details. Basically the inquiries that I have received, I'll fill it over here and then submit it. So that's how I can create the lead. Then in all our modules, you'll also find the filter button using which you can filter out anything, look for anything. In like if you will have many records, right? Then once in a while you'll come here and search for some record, like certain person that have inquired done an inquiry. So you can filter by name or their mobile number or anything, right? You can combine the filters also. Then if you want to take out an Excel report of the things that you are seeing over here in the table, that also you can take it out by pressing this download Excel. Also you can combine this with the filter to find take out any kind of reports. So that's how you can navigate and use the modules. It's very simple to create anything new. You will just click the plus button. To filter anything, you will click on the funnel icon, and to print out any kind of take out any kind of Excel report, you'll click on the report button over here and click on the download XLS button here. So let's start and see how you will be proceeding as soon as you create an account. So first of all, as soon as you create your account, you have to set your account up. You have to fill certain details, upload certain images so that those displays in your invoices and stuff, your logos and everything. So for that, we'll just go to the ID here, then click on it. Then you will go to settings. Here you will fill all the details, like you will update your organization details, then fill your organization details. There are extra details that you have, like if you have a GST number, you can fill the tax number here. You can fill it your GST number. Then if you want to give your business website address, you can give it over here. Like I can give like Aasaan ERP Lite .aasaan .in. Then if you have a business policy URL in your website, you can give that link over here. Then what currency you will be dealing with, you can set it by default. You can set your financial year by default, and you can say what type of business you are. Then these are not mandatory. Then you can fill the address of your business, then so that this will reflect, basically this will reflect in your uh, uh, invoices and everywhere. So this is what you will be seeing in your invoices, on top of your invoices, your organization details basically. Then you can fill all the other details here, all your bank account details, so that this also reflects in your invoices. Then if you go down, you can also enable invoicing and e-way bill. So you just have to put them yes and put your APIs, invoicing APIs and password over here. Then there is also show in TradeX. If you turn it on, it basically your account will be reflecting in our TradeX lead page as a trader. So these are the settings that you have to set as soon as you log in, first of all. Then there are certain other settings also. We'll go back to the settings. Then if you scroll down, you will see that there are sales invoice config here. I'll just open it in other tabs. So basically this is sales invoice config. Okay, as you can see, we're in the sales invoice config page where you have to fill certain details. If you want to change your last invoicing, I mean, if you want to put a last invoicing date, you can put it over here. Then these are self-explanatory. You can set all these things. Then you can say whether you want to perform stock transaction directly from your invoices or not. If you turn it off from the invoices, you won't be able to do the stock transaction. So you have to turn this on. Then you can say new invoice formats are required or not. Then if you want to set any custom invoice number, you can set it over here. As an example, as you can see in INV Aasaan, so you can change it to something else, INV to your company name, then the rest of it will be the same. Then you can say whether you want to show HSN summary in your invoices or not. Then this is to enable the new invoice quotation format. Then whether you want to do any round off in your invoice. Then whether you want to show images in your invoice, like the product images, you can select it if you want to show that. Then you can also set your inventory to auto if you want to. Basically, as soon as you create your invoices, automatically, if you want the inventory movement to be done, basically as soon as if you create a sell list invoice, automatically if you want the item to be removed from your inventory, then you can set this up to auto. You can also allow in negative in stock, like even if you don't have stock, if you want it to allow the inventory movement, you can select this. Then you will select the default warehouse from where it will automatically deduct the inventory. Then below you can set the terms and condition. You can give your terms and condition here, and if you scroll further down, you will see terms and condition for the quotation. For the quotation, whatever terms and condition you want, you can fill it over here. Then if you scroll further down, you can set the delivery note details, last invoice, delivery note number. If you want to set anything or any custom in delivery note number, you can set it over here. Then if you scroll further down, you will see the logos that I have uploaded. You can upload your own logo, own stamp, and your own signature as well. So these are all the options. Then once you do all that, you just submit it, and basically your settings will be saved. Now if we go back, I'll close this window. Now if you go back, there are similar to this, you can also set up your purchase invoice config also. You can fill all the details here as well, similar to the sales invoice config. You can say stock transaction is required or not, if you want to show invoices or in images or not in your invoice, and or whether you want to set auto inventory in your purchase invoice or not. Like as soon as you create the purchase invoice, the stock will be added to your inventory, if you want to do that or not. Or if you don't set it up, I'll show you how you can basically manage it from your system itself, from the invoice page itself. Then below you can set your terms and conditions here. Then if you scroll down further, you can say GRN, you can set the last GRN number here. Then if you want to set the logo and stuff, you can set that also over here. So these are all the settings. Then you submit this. Then there are few more other settings like accounting and stuff. Like if you want the accounting to be done automatically, so basically that's our benefit of using our system. So normally for any other system, you have to create the journal entries and everything on your own. You will basically need the help of an accountant in order to do that. But in our system, as soon as you create an invoice, or as soon as you create an payment, you add a payment, or you create a salary slip, the invoicing will be automatically done. So for that, you just have to set up the accounting settings first of all. So if I go down here, you will see that accounting config is over here. So here you will put all the accounting heads from where to where it will go, and every details like the default customer head, as you can see, accounts receivable trade, and the sales account head. Basically these are all the heads from where things will be going in and out, like while you create all the invoices and stuff. So based on what you set here, the journals will be automatically created. You don't have to worry once you set this up. So you have to fill all this, and also at the beginning you won't be having all the accounting heads and stuff created. So you can simply to create a group head, you can simply go here and you can click on the create new group head, or you can simply go to sales and purchase here, go to accounts. I'll open it in other tab so that I can describe it for better. Then here you can create all your accounting heads, and if you want to create your group heads, you can go to the group head over here. You can click the group head. Then once you are here, you can click on the plus button and create your group head. And also it happens so that within a group head there might be another group head, and under that group head there will be an accounting head. So you can select the parent group head here in order to create another group head under this group head. So you can name it, then enable yes, then save it. So that's how you can create the group heads. And under this group head, whenever you want to create an accounting head, so you just have to go back to the accounting page, and there you can do it. Also here you can check the preview of your accounting heads and group heads that you have created. Click on the account, then you can expand all and see all the accounting heads and groups that I haven't created. Similarly, you can also do that. So we'll go back here. So here you can also download the chart of account. There are also the filters to search for any accounting head. You can also download an Excel report. Now if I go back in accounts, so in order to create an accounting head, so you'll simply click on the plus button over here. So this is similar in all the modules. I'll just give you an overview of how we can navigate with all the buttons. So in all the buttons, to create anything new, to add anything new, you always have to find the plus button. So as you can see, this is the plus button to add anything new. This is also plus button, but this is here you can add multiple accounts at once. That's the difference. Here you can add one account at once. So we'll click on the plus button here and fill certain details to create an accounting head, or create a customer, or create a supplier. So in accounts, you will be managing every account that you have, your customer, your suppliers, your accounting heads, and everything basically. So here you can select group head here, and under that group head, what accounting head you will have, you can add the name here. Then you can select this as others, and this others here, and text category is unregistered, and simply submit it. As soon as you do that, an accounting head will be created. Now if you want to add a customer directly, similar to that process, you can close this. So an account and customer will be under which account? So it will be normally under accounts receivable trade. So you'll select the group head, then under that you will give the customer name. So whatever the customer name is, you can give the name, like ever. Then you can say give the phone number. If it's a company, then you can give the company name here. Then you can give the contact person name, whoever you will be contacting for that company. You can give the contact person name, their mobile number, website, email. You can select here who is it. It's a customer, so you will select a customer. Then if they have an GST number, then you can say it's a registered company, then you can give the GST number here. Also, as soon as you give a GST number here, all their company details will be automatically pulled by the system over here. As soon as you fill any GST number, automatically that company name, if you go there down, you will find the billing address, shipping address, everything will be pulled automatically by the system. So it's very easy. So if you just adding a customer and they have an tax number, GST number, you can just give the GST number here, and all the rest of the details will be automatically pulled. So that's how you can create the customers, and or for suppliers also you can do it. You can similarly you can add the supplier, and just here you can select the supplier as type as supplier if it's your supplier. So that's how you can create all the accounts and accounting heads and group heads. So once you do all those, you can, once you create all the accounting heads, you can select all this over here. So that's how you can set your accounting. So once you do that, we can go back settings, and here if you want any further settings that you want to set up, like manufacturing config, inventory config that we have. So in inventory config, you can say if you want batch and serial number to be enabled in purchase and sales. Like certain businesses maintain their batch number for their products, so if you want that to be enabled, you can select this as yes and submit it. So these are certain settings. Once you do that, you can continue with rest of the processes. So this is just one time process. You don't have to do it again, only at the beginning of your as soon as you register, at the beginning you have to do all these things to set up your account. So once you do all this, so first of all, I'll suggest that you add all your items, all the items and services that you'll be dealing with. So for that, we'll go to the left hand menu, and if you scroll down, if you see go down, you'll see inventory. So here you'll be adding all your items that you'll be dealing with, you'll be purchasing, selling, or all your services that you'll be dealing with. So here you'll be adding all of them. So let's dive in. So let's see how we can create the items now. So first of all, we'll click on the item groups here and create an item group that we'll use. So first of all, like I said, to create anything new, we'll always click on the plus button here. So once you do that, you'll be directed to this page where you can name the group name. Suppose electronics. Then you can also, if you want to create variants based on the group, you can select this has variants. So this will basically become a template and create variants whenever you use this. And in has variants, you can add the attributes that you create. This I'll come in details in a while. Before that, we'll just create a simple group here. Then we'll submit this. So as soon as I do this, basically this group is created for us to use it. Now, also in the add page, from here you can take a print, add any new one, or you can update, or you can go back to the list. So these are the buttons which are similar in all the modules. Now, since we added the group here, so we'll go and create an item in item/services. So here we'll add the item, and as you can see, these are some of the items that I have already created. So to add a new one, we'll simply click on the plus button again. So here we'll fill the item details, like we'll give the item name. Suppose I want to add air conditioner here. Then I'll select the item group that we just created, electronics. Then I'll say default, I'll set a default warehouse. Then I'll add the item text percentage. Then I'll give item code based on which our barcode will be generated. So here, whatever you give, based on that, your barcode will be generated. Then I'll add a UM. Then you can also set alternate UM, but if you set an alternate UM, you just also have to give the UM conversion factor. So based on what this and this are related, like the conversion factor, you have to give it over here. Then after that, you can set the selling price. Suppose 50,000. Then based on that, the pure selling price will be calculated, calculating the tax as well. Then after that, you can give a purchase price. Suppose I buy it in 50,000 as well. I'll give MRP. Then you can set a wholesale price. You can also connect. If you do the integration with your Shopify ID, then you can put the Shopify ID item ID over here. Then you can select type of or supply ID of where. Then there are some other settings here, like do not maintain. If you don't want to maintain the stock of this item, like if you are creating a service item, then you can select this do not maintain. Then you can also select whether this will be a marketing material or not, or it will be an item. Then there are other settings like has batch number, has serial number. So if it's a item that will have a batch number, you can select has batch number. And if it's an item, it will have a has serial number, you can select has serial number as well, or you can select both. And also if this item will have a SAS applicable for it, you can select it, and also based on what type of evaluation it will be done based on quantity or value. You can select that as well. After that, you can add the descriptions also, like best quality or something. Then you can add certain remarks. Then you can also upload an image of that certain product right here itself. Other than that, we can simply fill everything and submit this. So we'll submit this and I'll show you how it looks like and how the barcode will be generated. So as you can see, the barcode has been generated as well, and all the item details are over here. So now if you in case wants to upload any image for this, after you create it, you can simply go here, or you can edit it and upload it in the add page as well, like I showed you. So I'll just upload by going to manage docs. Here you can also upload multiple documents, multiple images. So I'll select the image that I want to upload. Suppose the EC image. Then I'll give the name EC. Then I'll upload it. So as you can see, the image has been uploaded, and I also select that this is a primary image that I want to mark. Like if I upload multiple images, this will be the one that will be reflecting in the invoices. So that's why I marked it as primary. So once you do that, if I go back to the items and services page, here you will see the item that we just created. So this is the item. Now if you go to the right hand side, you'll also see the image that you have uploaded. So this is how you can add your items very easily. Now if you want to generate all the barcodes at once, you can simply click on the item barcode here, and basically it will show you all the barcodes, and you can take out a print of this and attach it in your items, so that you can later on scan the barcode and add it in the invoices. So this is how you can create the item. Now there will be certain items that will have certain variants. So in order to create those items, you first of all have to create the attribute. Like if I go to the attributes page, you will see that an item might have an attribute size or color, right? Or anything else. Like a shoe might have a different sizes or different colors as well. So based on that, you can create the attributes. Like as you can say, I have created an item attribute size, and I have also created an item attribute color. I think okay, not exactly color. Let me check the other place. Yeah, I have also created an item attribute as color. So if I just edit this and show you, so for you have to create by clicking on a plus button if you create a new one. So it will basically be the same form. I'll edit it and show you what you can fill over there. I have given the attribute name, suppose color. Then if it's a numeric values, you will only have numeric values. Like size, for size it will have only numeric value. Then you can check this up. Otherwise here you can say add the attributes that you'll have, like color red, color blue, color purple, color yellow, and their abbreviation that you have to add. Basically this will generate the item variants, and the item code will have this in them. So once you create the attributes, so you can simply go back in the items. Then we'll add an item. We'll create an item template first of all, based on which we'll create the different variants. So for that, we'll click on the plus button here. So we're back to the items and services add page. Here, suppose we want to add a sneaker. Then I'll select the item group. I believe I have one. Okay, I don't have a suitable group, so I'll just select others. Then I'll select the warehouse. I'll give an item text percentage. Then new one, suppose SN1 is the code, SN1 is the item HSN code as well. Then I'll sell it in pieces. You can give a selling price, suppose 4,000. I am keeping all of it as same. Then if I go down, I can select all these other settings, but I'll leave them empty for now. Then I'll simply click on submit. So this is submitted, but this is not a variant yet. I forgot to select the has variant checkbox over there. So I'll just update it and scroll down, and here I'll select has variants. So once you select this, Basically it's referring that this item will become a template, and based on this template you can create the different variants. So we'll go up. As you can see, as soon as I selected this, the has variant option has been appeared over here. So we'll select has variants. Then here I'll select the attributes, like I say size could be one, color could be one, or you can select anyone. So I'll select both and submit it. So basically this created a template, so it's not completely submitted yet. It will ask for another submission for your for you to verify and resubmit it. Basically once you completely submit this, you can't edit this anymore. So make sure you check everything, and once you're done you will simply click on submit. So as you can see, this template has been created. Now if we just scroll down, there you will see the create variant option. So once you click on this, it will give you the option to select how many variants you want to create. Suppose I want to create small red, one variant. Now if I want to create small blue also, I'll select like this. Now if I want to create medium purple, so it keep on increasing. Basically that's how you can create multiple variants. Now you can also give their price and stuff. I'll just give 4,000 for all. This is not mandatory, but if you give it over here, as soon as you add this item in your invoices, automatically the price will be fetched. So that is why I'm giving the price over here. So once you do that, you can select large yellow, and it will create all the different variants. As you can see, small red, small blue, small purple. So for the sneaker, small red will be there. So basically we're creating the variants. Now I'll click on create variants. So as soon as I click this, as you can see, 6 variants created. I'll say okay. Now if we go back, you will see all the different variants that we just created. As you can see here, sneaker. So this was the template we created. After that, these are the 6 variants that has been created. Sneaker small blue, sneaker small red, sneaker medium red. So these are the codes as well. So this is how you can create the variants. Now for all the variants, you can maintain the stock and stuff. So for that, you can go to stock balance. Here you will be seeing the stock of all the items that you have, like the items we created also, and all the others. You can also filter them by warehouse. You can filter them by name, item code, and everything. Suppose sneaker, basically as you can see here, all of them has current stock as 0. So this is how you can check your stock here. Now if you want to add the stock manually over here, I'll also show you the AC that we just created, air conditioner. So as you can see, this one also has 0 stock. Now if you want to add stock manually, not through invoice or anything, not through your ZRN, so if you want to add them manually, you can simply click on the plus button here. You will be directed to the stock ledger page where you can add your stocks manually. So this is the stock ledger page here. So here we are. Here you will see all the stock transactions that are being done through your invoices or through manual process. You'll see all of it here. You can also see the stock types. These are done through sales invoices. If I go right side, there are further details, like the invoices are also mentioned here, through which invoice the stock transactions was performed, right? So you can see all these details, like who performed, for which client it was created, all the other details. Now I want to add stock for the air conditioner, so I'll just click on the plus button over here. Now as soon as I do that, basically the form will open up, where I'll fill the warehouse first. Then if you have a batch number, you can give the batch number. I'll leave that empty. Probably I have to give the batch number because I remember I think I selected has batch for this item. So I'll give a batch number here, 555. Then if I scroll down, you can select the type. Is it storing to goods, or if you want to what it is, like what are the types, or what is the transaction type. We are currently storing it to go down, so we'll say store to go down. Then if you want to add any narration, you can add. I'll select the item directly, and the serial number I'll leave it empty. Now I'll say I want to add 5. air conditioner. I mean, I want to stock in 5 air condition. Then I'll simply click on submit. Now, if you want to add multiple items at once, you can simply click on the plus button, select multiple different items, and do the transaction as well. So once you do that and simply click on plus button, basically the transaction will be done and it will create your item, and basically it will add the stock of the item. Now if you don't want the batch to be there, you can remove that, but since for this we have selected the batch, so for this the batch will be required. Now if I just select sneaker, as you can see all the sneakers are here. Now for this I don't have to enter the batch over here. So once we submit, it won't show any error. But if you have selected that item that will require batch, like while creating the item, we have ticked a checkbox where we have mentioned that it will have batch or not, right? So based on that, the submission will be validated and it will check whether that item has batch, should have batch number or not. If I edit the air conditioner, I'll show you. Now if we scroll down, see here we have selected has batch number checked. So based on that, it will check and allow you to submit. So for this item, as we don't have batch number, so we'll just give 5 and submit this. I did not add the batch number for this item. Now this test stock transaction is done for the item. As you can see, stock in 5. Now if we go back to stock balance and check for this item, sneaker blue, medium blue, sneaker medium, oh, sorry, it will have a hyphen here. Yeah, so as you can see, sneaker medium blue has a stock of 5 currently. So this is how you can check. Now also if I just say sneaker, so this was the template that we created. So this will have all the stock like 40 variants. Like suppose if the blue have 5, the purple have, right, 5, then this will basically show as 10. So this is like the overall quantity of sneakers that you have. Now based on that, which sneaker has how many variants, it will show separately as well. So that is how you can manage your stock and check your stock balance and everything. Now if I go down, you will see warehouses here. You can create multiple warehouses as well, so that if you have different warehouses, you can maintain your stock in different warehouses in our system. So here you can create the warehouses. Now if I go down further down, you will see serial and batch number as well. So here you can create batch number, serial number, or you can create both basically. So if I go to batch number, here are certain batches that I have created. If you want to create any new, directly add the batch here, then you can simply click on the plus button, add all the batch details, all the item details and everything. So here you can fill all the details. You can select, give the batch number. You can select for which item this batch ID is applicable. Then you can fill manufacturing date, expiry date, and all those things. Submit this, and it will automatically create a batch for that item. So that's how also you can do it. But I would not suggest you do that way. You can simply directly do from the invoices itself. Like now, if we go to purchase and then we go to purchase invoice or purchase order, if we follow the steps from the beginning, it should be like purchase order, then GR, and then purchase invoice. But you can follow it any way you require. Like you can directly create a purchase invoice, or you can create the GR and then you can create the purchase invoice. So I'll create from the beginning so that I can show you how you can follow the steps. So we'll go to purchase order, where we'll say like, then we'll mark the orders that we have received, the order that we have given. So the purchase order for that, similarly for like in all the other modules, we'll click the plus button here. Now as you can see in this form, you have to fill the purchase order name, and then the customer, the supplier name. Suppose I'll say AC. Then I'll select supplier from here. Also, if you haven't added the supplier, you can simply go to accounts. In accounts, you can create the suppliers like I have shown you already. So we'll just add a new supplier. So here we'll select the group head. it will be payable others. Then we'll say AC menu maker or something. AC maker, it's the supply name. Then you can select supplier here. You can say unregistered, since I don't have a JSON number here currently. Then I'll simply go down here, add certain details like a simple address, Delhi, give a country, Central Delhi. Also add this shipping address, Delhi. So I'll just submit this. So basically this will create a supplier account for me, so that I'll be directly selecting in the purchase order. So we'll go to back to purchase order. Here I'll select AC maker, and as soon as I do, all their details will be automatically fetched. I'll give the order number, amount you can give, order number you can give, and all the other details. I'll leave them empty. Then I'll go down here, I'll be selecting whether it will be non-taxable, taxable, or inclusive, exclusive. I say inclusive. Then you can give a description if it's required. Here I'll select AC. Then I'll give the amount, like I'm buying 10 AC from him. Suppose I want a discount of 5% in it. So these are all the things. Then I'll simply click on submit. So as you can see, my order has been created. So you can take out a print if it's required. Otherwise, you can directly go to the GRN, do the next step, or you can directly create a purchase invoice as well. But I'll create a GRN first. Also from here, you can take different formats, different designs of the purchase order. This is a old design and this is for the new design. You can simply click on here and download the new design. So these are the buttons that we have. Then here you can, if you want to add a like a new purchase order, you can simply click on this add button and create a new purchase order directly from here. Or if you want to create a duplicate of this purchase order, you can click this button. It will basically create a duplicate of this order, and you can edit all this thing. Then if you want to upload any documents in respect against this purchase order, you can click on this and do it. Otherwise, you can go back to the list and there it will show you the order. Now as you can see, this is my order that I just created along with all the details. Now if I go to GRN, I'll open it in another tab just to show you both pages at once. Also, I mean, like I said, if you don't want to create the GRN, if you want to create the purchase invoice directly, you can simply click on this button and it will basically convert this order into a purchase invoice directly. For now, we'll go to GRN. Here we'll add a GRN, create a new GRN basically. So this is the GRN form where you'll fill all the details. So here you will be, I'll open the purchase order in the meantime. Here you'll be filling all the details like the client, the supplier name from whom you are taking the product. So then the date will be the last date. Then we can select, I mean, whenever the last GRN was created, you can select today's date. It is already selected for now since I have created the last GRN today itself. Then you can select the supply invoice, give the supply invoice number here. Basically, when you will be ordering the supplier through purchase order, so basically the supplier will send you an invoice along with the product. So that invoice number you can give over here. Then you will say what item that you received from the supplier here. So I say AC air conditioner. Then how much we ordered? We ordered like 10. How much did you receive? You can give it over here. Suppose you received 10 itself. Then the rates and stuff you can mention how much, at what rate you have got it. In the purchase order we mentioned like 50,000, but then there was discount. So those things you can mention over here. Suppose we received it in 5,000. then rest of it will be there itself. Then here you can add the batch number. Say if it's a new batch, you can add in the new batch number. If you already created a batch number for this item, then you can directly select the batch number, as I have created one here, and based on that it will be storing in that batch number. So now since we ordered a new item, so we'll directly select the batch number here. I mean, give a new batch number here. Suppose 882724 is the new batch number. So if you give it in the new batch number, basically it will create a batch for this item. Then here you can give manufacturing date and other details. I'll give the manufacturing date, today's date itself, leave the expiry date. Then these are all the details, and I'll leave them empty. I'll fill it. I'll generate the GRN after that. So as you can see, the GRN has been created. Now you have an option to do the inventory directly from the GRN by selecting the warehouse here and then clicking on perform inventory. So once you click on this button, automatically in your inventory, this AC 10 quantity will be added directly. Now, if you don't want to do this here, you can do it in while creating the purchase invoice as well. So we'll go to the purchase invoice and I'll show you there as well. But before, let's follow the process of how if you do it over here, then how you can basically link it with the purchase invoice. So here I'll click on perform inventory and say yes, submit it. So as soon as I do that, automatically this inventory has been added. So if we go to check the inventory now in inventory, then stock balance, then here if I search for the item air conditioner, as you can see, for air conditioner current stock is 10. So that is how you can do it. Otherwise you can if you don't want to create the GRN, if you want to create the purchase invoice directly, then you can simply go to the purchase invoice tab here that I have already opened, which is here. Then here you'll click on the plus button, then fill the details. Basically here, if you are creating a new purchase invoice without creating a GRN, you can directly select the supplier if you have already added them in the accounts. Like I have already created the AC maker. Now if you want to add a new supplier directly without previously creating it in the accounts, you can select it as new account. Then if you have the GST number, you can give the GST number, and if you give the GST number, automatically all the details will be pulled into the system. And if you don't have the GST number, you can directly give their name and make the invoice. Automatically a supplier will be created in accounts with whatever name you mention over here. So currently, since we have already created the GRN, which was this one, AC maker, so this will be the GRN number. So I'll connect the GRN here. As you can see, this is the one. Then once I click on get items, automatically the items will be populated over here, as you can see, along with the batch number that we have mentioned. So this is how we can connect it. Now if there are any additional details, if it's in credit debit, anything you want to mention, you can mention it over here. Otherwise you can also connect the project. If it's related to any project, you can connect the project as well here. Once that is done, you can simply fill the other details like the invoice number that you received. I think in GRN we have already filled it. Yeah, that was the one. I'll just give the same one here, and then I'll generate the invoice. Please fill the mandatory fields. Oh, sorry, I also have to select the supplier for whom I'm making the purchase invoice. Then I'll click on generate. As soon as I do that, as you can see, the invoice has been generated with all the details. Now here, as I did this, if I go to accounting and show you, a general ledger for this invoice has already been created. Since we have enabled the accounting, so here you can see this is the one. As you can see, purchase, and if I open it, you will see more in details like what journal it has been created for that certain invoice. Here you can see the invoice reference has been mentioned, the amount, IGST, CGST, SGST, everything has been mentioned here over here. So this is how the accounting will be automatically done. You don't have to worry about it, as we have enabled it. You just have to enable it once before you start using the system, and automatically all the journals will be created, and later on you can go to accounting reports and create all your reportings that you require. So here you can select the fiscal year, then what type of filter you want, like through date wise range or fiscal year range. Then you can select the fiscal year. Also, if you want to add the fiscal year, create a new fiscal year, you can simply go to the human resource, and here you will find fiscal year. So if we go here, you can create fiscal years here. So these are the already one that has been created. So if you want to create a new one, you can simply click on the plus button and add the dates over there and name it. So here you will name the fiscal year that you are creating, then you will select the start date and end date and mark it as enable. If it's a shorter fiscal, you follow a shorter financial year, then you can select this, then you can save this. So based on that, your fiscal year will be created, and based on that, everything else will be set. Even in while you are setting your account, the organization details there, you can set the fiscal year, right? So you can create it by going to human resource and fiscal year, and based on that you can select it. The default one will be always there, and like for the current financial year it will be anyways be there, but if you want to create in future, then you can create your own. Then from here you can take out the reports, balance sheets, trial balance, and profit and loss reports. So these are already accounting reports that will be requiring. So I'll close this, and as you can see, journal has been created. Now if I want to make a payment to this supplier, so there are two processes. One is from here itself I can record it. If I click on make payment and enter the amount, suppose it was total 50,000, since I bought 5, as you can see here. It's actually more than 50, I guess, because of the tax. Okay, it was inclusive of tax. Then I say I paid him 25,000. Then I'll select how I paid him. I say I paid through checks, and then I'll generate it. You can also check from which accounting head it went from. So you can select that. I have set already SBI, so SBI was showing there. So as you can see, I have done the payment. Now if I go back to the journal entries and refresh the page, you will see that the payment has all been has been recorded, and a journal for this also has been created. If I open it, as you can see, the payment was also recorded against this pacemaker, AC maker. So this is how basically accounting will be simultaneously be going on behind in the backend. You don't have to worry about it. You just have to keep on recording your invoices and payments, and the accounting will be automatically done. Now I have added this. Now if I go back to the list, you will see here that this was the invoice that I created. So currently due balance is this much, and total was this much. Now there is another process of adding the payment. One is that you can click on it. Basically the invoice will open up, and from there itself you can click on make payment, and you can click on here and add the payment. Otherwise you can simply be here, you can go to financials, and here you can go to get receipt to add the payments that you are receiving. But since we're creating an purchase invoice, so this will be the payment that we are making, so we'll add it in make payments. So I'll create it in another window, another tab. So here we'll just simply click on the plus button again. Here I can select the supplier name directly. So AC maker was it. Then I say I'm paying the rest of the amount, 25,000. Then I can select the date when I'm paying it and what kind of expense it is. It's a purchase order payment, then mode of payment, then other details if you want to give anything. I'll just submit this. So as soon as I submitted this, a payment has been recorded. Now if I want to allocate, I mean, since I have did the payment, basically it has been recorded against this supplier, but it has not been allocated to any invoice. So I'll go back to the invoice. Here I'll say in which invoice I want to allocate that payment. So currently for this supplier, there is only one invoice that I have created. You can also use the filter to look for the invoice that you have created. I'll filter it by account name, the supplier name basically. As you can see, only this invoice has been created. Now I have to allocate it by clicking on this allocate payment button. So if I click on it, basically this page will open up where it will show that, as you can see, net and unallocated amount is 25,000. So we have a payment recorded for this supplier, but it's not been allocated to any invoice. So we'll allocate that amount over here. And previously this amount was recorded already, so this is showing over here. Now we'll allocate it. Now as you can see, the second payment has already been allocated, and the pending total amount for that invoice is currently 0. Now if you go back in the invoice, it will show that there is no due amount for that certain invoice. As you can see, due balance is 0, and all these are also being recorded in the accounting voucher. So this is how you can follow the purchase invoice process. Also, I have showed you how you can create purchase order, then GRN, then purchase invoice. But if you want to directly create the purchase invoice, you can directly click on the plus button here. And here you can give the details, like I said, new account. If it's a new account, you can select new account. Otherwise, you can directly give the select the supplier from the drop down. So I'll select the supplier from the drop down. I'll select the item that I have taken from him. Then I'll say 5 quantity. I'll give the amount. I say I'll have taken it in 5% discount. Then I will submit, generate this. Also I did not fill this, the supply invoice number. Then I'll generate it. Okay. There is another validation. It says that batch number is required. Since while creating the item, we selected that batch number will be required for this item, so we have to mention the batch number. Now if it's from the same batch that we have already imported, then we can select it from the drop down here. Otherwise, you can give a batch number here. Suppose 776524. Then I'll say generate. And as you can see, the invoice has been created. Now since we haven't attached this with the GRN, we did not do the inventory process in the GRN. So here we have the button. So from here you can directly add this quantity to your inventory by selecting the warehouse and then clicking on perform inventory. Also you can set this into auto, like I showed you at the starting of the video. In the settings, purchase settings and selling settings, you can set auto inventory. So if you do that, automatically as soon as you create this invoice, the inventory will be performed. Otherwise, you can select it. If you don't turn that on, you can select the warehouse and click on perform inventory, then yes. Now automatically this inventory process has been done. If we go to the inventory, you will see that from 10 it's currently 15. I'll show you. Here I'll filter here. As you can see, currently the stock is 15. So that is how you can perform your purchase process. Now I'll close all these windows. So this was the payment that we added. Also there you can check other payments as well in the financials. In big payment, here you can check all the payments. You can check outstanding balance also. If you want to filter anything, you can filter it out also. So that was the purchase part. Now similarly for selling, either you can create a sales order, then you proceed, or you can directly create a sales invoice. So if you create a sales order, normally the process is you create a sales order, then you create a delivery note, then you create a sales invoice. So let's create the sales order first. So we are in the sales order page. So here, as you can see, these are the sales order that I have created. Once you create it, you can directly convert them into sales invoice as well. or if you're delivering it, if you want to create a delivery note, you can create a delivery note against whatever you are delivering also. If you're delivering to someone in multiple parts also, you can do that also. So we'll create a sales order here. Now I'll give the sales order name, AC1, suppose. Then I am selecting the customer name to whom I am selling it. Suppose I want to sell it to Avi. These are already created customers that you can create in accounts, which I showed you at the starting. Then I'll select the order start date here, when they start ordered it. Then you can give the amounts here, otherwise you can leave those empty. If you just scroll down, you can select whether it will be taxable, not taxable, what it is, whatever they have ordered. Based on that, you will select the item, air conditioner, selling 5 quantity to them. So these are all the informations here. Then if you want to fill any other information, you can fill it. Payment cycle, order type, it's a one-time order, it's a recurring type order. If it's a contract, you can add other details here. Address, you can add billing, shipping address if you want to change anything. Otherwise, you can simply click on submit. So once you submit it, as you can see, the sales order has been created with the image of the item that we have added, since we turned it on while in the settings. So this is why the image for that item is showing over here. Now we can directly go to delivery node and create delivery node. So I'll go to delivery node. Here you can click the plus button. Now we'll select the person to whom we are delivering, away it was. Then we'll select the item, air conditioner. Now suppose you want to send it in 2 parts, then you can send it in 2 parts. Like you can say I have sent in 1 delivery note, then later on I have sent another 3. You can do that also. You can create 2 delivery notes, and later on you can connect both the delivery notes in the sales invoice. Otherwise you can create 1 delivery note and connect it with the sales invoice. Now here I would say I have given 2% discount. Then I'll select the batch, from which batch I am selling this, right? So I'll say this is the batch. Now if I go down, I can fill the billing details. Currently for this account I did not fill any, so you can fill it. So once I fill all this, you can simply click on generate invoice. Basically this will create the delivery note. So as you can see, the delivery note has been created. If you want to take a printout, you can take a printout by clicking this button. Otherwise you can perform the inventory operation from here. Like if you select the warehouse and click on perform inventory, it's the same like GRN. Automatically this quantity will be deducted from your inventory. So I'll click on perform inventory, then yes. So basically you are saying that this item has been moved out from my warehouse. So that's done. From here, if you want to upload anything or create a new one, you can click on this button. Then once all of that is done, you can go to sales invoice. Now here you can create the invoice by clicking the plus button again. So here you will select the person to whom you're selling, Avi. Then if I go down in additional details, I'll find the delivery note that I can connect here. I'll say click, then I'll select the delivery note. I only created 1 delivery note, so it is here. I'll click on get item. Automatically my item will be reflecting over here. Then these are already selected, my batch is selected. Now I can simply go down and generate the invoice. So as you can see, the invoice has been created, and against this the accounting journal entry will be created as well. And if you want to take out a printout of this, similarly like the other buttons, you can simply click on this download button, select original, duplicate, triplicate, click on print. And as you can see, this is the invoice along with the logo and stamps that we have given. You can upload your own. Then once that's done, as you can see, the journal entry for this invoice has already been created. As you can see here, even the invoice number has been mentioned. Now if we go back here, similarly like purchase invoice, you can record the payment directly from here by clicking on get receipt, then add the amount that you have received from them. So the total was okay, per quantity we have give 50,000. Okay, now this is the total. So suppose 2400 they have given UPI, then I generate. As you can see, a receipt has been created. If I go below, it will show that this much has been paid, this much is pending. If I click on show invoice, you can go back to the invoice, and there you can, if later they paid anything else, you can simply click on this again and add the payment. Also you can come anytime and do the same thing. Like if I go back to the page here, suppose you ever received a payment, you can come here, filter it out, you can search the customer, you can click on the invoice as we created this. You can remember there, you can filter by the date also. Then you can click here and you can click on generate receipt and then allocate the payment. Otherwise, like I showed you for the make payment option, manually you can do it. Similarly here also you can do it manually. You can go to financials. In get receipt, you will be adding all the payments that you receive, basically all the customer payments. Similarly, like in all the other modes, here also you'll be clicking on the plus button. If you want to add the payments in bulk, you can add that also in bulk for multiple customers. You'll select the customer, amount, receive date, invoice payment. There are some other details here, you can fill it out. Mode, I'll say check, then submit it. As you can see, the receipt has been created. Now you can go back to the list, and if I go back to the invoice section, here we have to allocate it. Sorry, I filtered it by date. So we can allocate it to the invoice directly. So we can click here, allocate receipt. Here, as you can see, this much amount is there. We can allocate the amount. Click on. Sorry, the total is this much, so we cannot add more amount. So here I have added more while making the payment. So basically it's kind of advanced. So we'll add how much it was there in the invoice, total pending, then click on allocate. So automatically it will be allocated. Currently for this customer, he have paid some certain amount advance that will be remaining, and later on you can allocate it to any other invoice that you create for him. So now total is it's showing us 0. If I go back to the invoice, the pending amount will be 0 for this customer. As you can see, due balance is 0. Total it was this much. So that is how you can do the selling process as well. Now I have showed you to move the inventory directly from the delivery node, then create a sales invoice. Similarly, you can, without creating delivery node, you can directly create the sales invoice also and do the inventory movement from here also. You will click on the plus button. If it's a new customer, you can select new, I'll select new and give a name, Trevor. Then I'll select the item, suppose air conditioner again. Then I say I'm selling one air conditioner. I will also need the batch number. I believe this is the one. Then once that's done, you can also check the batch number by going to inventory, then serial batch. Then if you go to batch, it will show you which batch it was and what quantity you have in that batch. So this has 10 quantity, this batch. So that is how you can select it here. So I have selected this batch here. Then if it's a Proforma invoice, you can select if it's a Proforma invoice or not. Basically, if you select this, you cannot edit this into a normal invoice. You have to go out and then convert this into a normal invoice from Proforma invoice. Basically, once you create a Proforma invoice, it cannot be directly converted. Means you cannot directly edit and untick it, but you can convert it by creating a invoice from outside. I'll show you that also. So suppose this is the Proforma we're creating. I'll just create like this. Then I'll give the billing, shipping. I'm giving random name, addresses here. I'll give the shipping addresses same. Now I'm gonna give India itself, Delhi. Let's give this somewhere else so that it shows as IGST in the invoice. Basically, whatever state you mention here and in your company name, based on that the IGST CGST will be done. Then I'll click on generate invoice. So this will create an Proforma invoice. So as you can see, this is a Proforma invoice that we have created. Now from here you can directly convert it into an invoice. So we'll click on convert, or you can also create duplicates. You can take out a print using this button. You can go back to release. If you have connected your EUA bill, you can update the details here. There will be a button to generate your EUA bill as well. Now we'll click on this. And as you can see, it's an existing account. That one is selected, everything else has been selected. Now we'll simply click on generate invoice. Now as you can see, the invoice has been generated, and from here if you click on the warehouse, then click on perform inventory, then click on submit yes, automatically the inventory movement will be done. Now if I go in batch, refresh this page, as you can see from 10 it has been reduced to 9. So basically that's how you can create your invoices and perform the inventory operation directly in the invoice also. So this was the way you can do it. Now if we go back to the invoice, as you can see, this was the invoice that we created. Also this was the Proforma invoice that we created. From here itself you can directly create a text invoice also. So this was the one. Now if you want to create any return invoice, you can click on this button and you can fill the return, create the return invoice as well. So here you can fill all the details, scroll down, you can select is reversible, and you can basically fill all these details based on your requirement and then create the invoice. So that is how you can create the return, sales, perform, and all the rest. Now this was the selling and purchase and selling process. Other than that, the financials I have shown you. How you can add the payments that you're receiving and the payments that you're getting. And I'll show you how you can check the summary and how your company is being doing. You just have to go to financials, click on summary here, and this page will open up. This is the basically dashboard using which you can easily determine how your company is doing, how well your things are going on and stuff. You can check it from here itself with all the details here. Currently I am not properly maintaining the information, so it won't show me correctly. So this is the summary report. Then you can check profit and loss by going to profit and loss report. So here you can see the profit and loss details. Then if you go to reports, here you'll be seeing all the different kind of reports. Selling report, payment received report. If you go down here, you'll find customers outstanding reports, supplier outstanding report, customer outstanding report, then GSTR1 report. So all these reports you'll be getting. And accounting report I have already shown you. You can go to accounting, then accounting reports you'll find over there. Then here you can also set payment reminders. So here you can click on plus button. You can create for whom you are creating this payment reminder, which client. You can select the client name. You can select the invoice, against which invoice you are doing it. You can select the amount, payment due date, invoice date, and everything you can select here. You can, if you want to upload any image, you can set from when till when this reminder will keep on going. What will be the frequency, how many times a day it will go. Then will it go through email or as WhatsApp? You can set all these and submit it. Based on that, it will automatically keep on sending. Also, you can check your ledger of your financials, like what payment were being done, like everything in details. You can check here. You can switch invoice, what payment, right? Everything will be reflecting it. Now from here you can take out an Excel and review it in details as well. So that is how you can generate the Excels for all the modules. So that was the financial part. Now if we go next, after financials, purchase, sales, accounting I have shown you all, then we can perform manufacturing processes here as well. You can go to manufacturing, then you can create the bill of material. Basically it's a template where you will mention to make a certain final product, what are the items that you require, what are the raw materials that you require, what will be the extra scraps that are produced while creating the raw final product. Mention all those things. So you'll simply click on the plus button here. Now here you can choose an item, suppose sneaker. Suppose to make this sneaker medium blue. To make one, we need fiber or fabric. I think I have already created some fabrics. Okay, these are some of the fabrics that I have created. Okay, so these are the fabrics that I need. So to create one sneaker, suppose I need two quantity of this fabric and two quantity of this fabric. I can also mention the price here. Suppose 50 per fabric. Then if you scroll down, you can mention the scrap. If anything is scrap, any scrap is produced while creating this item, you can add this over here as well. Otherwise you can leave that empty. Also you can select it as default, like whenever you go to production and select this, automatically this BOM will be selected if you select this as default. So we'll create this and say submit. Now once you submit this, as you can see, this has been created. Now it will ask for a final submission. Then you can click on submit again, then say yes, submit it. Now as you can see, the production BOM has been created. Now if we go back to the list, you can see here that the BOM for this sneaker has been created. Now if you go to production order, you will see that here we can create the production order by clicking on the plus button again. Then here we can select any sales order if it's linked with any sales order. Otherwise you can select the date. Then you can select the item, sneaker, it was sneaker blue medium. As I selected is default in there, so BOM is automatically selected. Now you'll select in which warehouse will this item, after manufacturing will move. Now if we move down, you can see that the raw materials are displaying over here. Now you can also select the warehouse from which the warehouse these items will be deducted. So once you select it, you can check their stock as well. Currently for these fabrics, I have this much stock. Then if we scroll down, you can add additional charges if it's required, or if there is any scrap. If you have added it in the BOM, it will show here. Otherwise, you can add it directly here itself. Then you can give all the other details like the planning start date, end date, actual start date, actual end date, expected delivery date, and all these things. Then you can submit it. So I'll say planning end date is today itself, start date is also today, actual end date is also today. So these are all I have selected. Then I'll click on submit. So once you do that, basically the work order has been submitted. Then once I completely submit this, automatically from my warehouse the source items will be, the raw materials will be deducted, and the final product will be added in the targeted warehouse respectively, just by clicking this button. So this is how you can perform the inventory operations and in manufacturing process as well. Then we'll go on top and see how you can perform the CRM processes, like how you can create the leads, create the deals, create the quotations and stuff. So we'll go to leads first. So in the leads, you will be adding all your inquiries that you have received. You can also integrate this with the Facebook and other applications where you do your advertisements, and from there automatically your leads will be reflecting over here. So once you do that, it will be showing over here. Or if you want to add any new, you can simply click on this plus button, similar like in all the other modules. Then here you'll fill the details like that's the name of the lead. Then I'll say it came from a call. You can give the phone number, email. You can set the lead status. Also all these drop down, the content you're seeing over here, you can edit all this content. You can simply click on create new. Automatically this will direct you to the masters of that page. Here you can add all the details. Otherwise you can yourself, you can go to masters. You can find out which drop down it is. Like currently it was the source drop down, so you can click on the source. You can check all the existing fields that we have in that. You can also enable and disable this if you don't require any certain one. You can edit them, you can delete them, or you can add a new one. Similarly you can do that for all the other drop downs as well in here itself. So that's how you can edit the content of the drop downs. Then you can select all these details like Facebook call or what it is, lead status in progress. You can assign it to your users. Then you can give any requirements that you have received from them. You can add other details here, personal details, company details, more informations, lead qualification parameters. So this is the parameter that you can create by going to masters and in lead qualification here. So you can set certain parameters there, and based on the parameters that you set there, you can compare the lead parameters here. So suppose here I'll create a lead qualification parameter by going to masters and lead qualification. So here you can give for which product you are creating this lead qualification. Suppose for the sneaker. Then you can say budget. I'll say 5 rupees to, I'll say any 500. You can set a timeline like 5 days or something. Timeline of from days to days, or from 1 to 5. Authority industry you can select if it should be related to any certain industry. Company size it should be like 1, I'd say. From to 4, 1 to 4. I can increase this. Then you can say how much percentage. Say 50% if it's satisfied, then it is applicable. Then you can select other details here through geography, from like if it's from a certain country only, then it is fulfilled. and if the prospect is of certain job title only, then it is fulfilled. You can select all these details here. Okay. Then you submit this. So the lead qualification parameter has been made. Now if we go back here, you can select the parameter that we just created. It was 001. So this is the one. Now you can select the prospect title, product. So which product is this client interested in? Since we created it for sneaker blue, so I'll say sneaker blue. Maximum order they are taking for 1,000 rupees, let's say. Then timeline, I would say 3 days. Company size, I would say 3. Then I'll say submit, and based on that the system will tell you like whether this certain lead is qualified or not. If we go back here in the leads by clicking on the leads button, here you will see that the lead has been added. Now if you go to the right hand side, you will see, oh yes, based on the lead qualification parameters that are given, this lead is qualified to follow further. Now if you want to follow it further, you can directly click on the WhatsApp icon. Automatically your WhatsApp app will open up if you have it installed. Otherwise, in a laptop or computer, in your browser, your WhatsApp web will open up. In your phone, your WhatsApp application will open up. And in your phone, if you click on this phone icon, your phone dialer will open up. Basically that's how you can call them. Then once you call them and do the required, then you can click on it. In the lead itself, you can come down at a follow-up like recall tomorrow, select the date, then you can submit this. Automatically a follow-up will be added against this lead. Also you can upload any document if it's required, or you can upload it from here itself. Also you can simply click here. It will basically be directed to you in a drive like place where you can upload any document based on your requirement. Suppose I want to upload this PDF. I'll name test and upload it. Automatically this PDF has been uploaded. Later on you can come and check it out, delete, update it, or download it or delete it. So that's how this manage doc option works. Then this lead follow-up will obviously show in your dashboard as well as in your follow-up table also. If I show you in the follow-up table, here you will see that this is the follow-up that I just wrote. Recall tomorrow for this against this client. And if I go right, this is currently pending, and this was against the lead. So that is how you can follow. Then if I go back here and click on it and I say I have completed this follow-up, I'll click on complete follow-up and it will mark as completed. Now if I go back in follow-up and refresh this, it will show that it has been completed. It has been done, comment has been added. So that's how you can add your follow-ups. Now once that is done, you will convert them into a deal. Basically, if they're interested, then you will simply click on this button and say yes, convert. Automatically it will be converted into a deal. Now as you can see, from lead has been removed. Also in leads, you can bulk assign leads to certain user. Like if it's assigned, currently not assigned to anyone, you can assign it, or if it's assigned to someone else, you can assign it to some other person with the help of this feature. As you can see, you can select current assignee, from which user to which user you want to assign it to, and which type of things, deals, leads, or accounts, you can decide. So based on that, you can do that. And there are some other reports here as well, like you can select, see the deals and leads of how your users, how many lead they have converted based on the user. Like you can select the user, or suppose how many lead this user has converted into deals. So you can see all those reports. Generate, it will show you the number of leads you converted. As you can see, total converted by me is 1 since yesterday and today, day after today. So this is the way how you can check the reports as well. Now once you convert it, it will be in the deals. So in the deals, as you can see, This was the one we just created. Now here you can manage this deal in different stages. You can create the stages based on your requirements. So again, by going to masters, like I told you, you can simply edit this and give the stage it is currently in. Here you can create all the different stages. Suppose it's currently in designing stage or it need analysis. You can create all the different stages and what was their item that they require. So you can select all the details here. Then once you fill all of it, you can simply come down, add other details. If it's like from an existing account, there is already an account against this user, you can attach that account here as well. You can do that. You can connect that to the deal. Then once all of this is done, you can simply click on submit, and basically that will add the item. It was sneaker and submit. Now once that's done, basically this deal is updated. Now if I go back to the list, now here you will see that the lead status has been updated. Now from here you can directly create a quotation. It will basically direct you to this page. So if I click plus button here, so now we're in the deals quotation page. So the deal is already selected here. Then if you're creating it against the client account, you can select the account directly here. Automatically the deal will be removed. Then below you can select whether it will be inclusive or exclusive. Then the item is already added. You can also add any discount if you want to apply it to that item. Then if you scroll down, you can add other details, additional shipping, billing addresses and everything. You can select a branch if it's required. Otherwise you can simply click on generate quotation, and this will create a quotation against this item for this client, for this customer. So as you can see, the quotation has been created for this item. Now from here you can either take a printout or you can directly send it to the customer by clicking on this button. So I did not add any email for this customer, so it won't send. But if you want to add it, you can add it in the deals itself, the email, and click on this button, and automatically the email will be sent. So if you are creating it against a deal and you want the mail to be directly sent, so in the deal itself you add the detail for the email details. Basically you can edit this. You can go here and edit the email here. The email, if you add it here, automatically it will be sent. Now in the quotation, if you have selected it as customer again, not deal, then in the accounts you have to add the email while creating the account. If I go in account, while creating the account, here you have to add the email for that certain customer. So if the email is present here, only then it will be directly sent from here. Otherwise it will show you an error that email does not exist. so that's how you can create the quotation and send it to the clients. Then once the deal is done, the deal is created, the quotations are sent. Now you feel like it is there is a chance that it will be converted into a customer. Then you can directly click on this button, and from here you can convert it into an account. Also on top here, also you can directly assign, and you can check the sales funnel from here, like in which stage what or which deal is in. You can check the sales funnel. Then you can bulk delete if you want to delete together. Then report filters are all same in all the modules. Also there is an option to upload and import any details by using Excel sheet. So you can simply click on this button here, and here you can download the template, and using the template you can upload it. And you can using this template you can fill the details, and the same template you can upload it over here. At the end I'll also show you how you can do it properly. Now once that is done, you can click on this button, and it will be basically converting this deal into an account. So as you can see, this account page has been opened up. Here you can fill the details, all the required details for that certain deal. The name is already reflecting here. Now if this person I mean it's just a person and not a company, then you can add the same name over here as well. But if it's a company, then you can add the company name here. You can add their tax number, then you can select as customer, then the tax, whether it's unregistered, registered, you can give any opening balance and stuff. You can select the industry, you can give the billing, shipping, and then submit it. So once you do that, automatically an account for this customer will be created. Sorry, currently I did not fill these details. So since it's a person only and it's customer I have selected, I'll fill this and submit it. So that is how you can add the customers. Now, based against this customer, you can create invoices and do all the rest of the processes like I explained. Now in CRM, there are some other modules like survey. In survey, you can take surveys by going location to location, place to place. You can simply click on the plus button here, and you can add the details like the date, the name, the phone number, the country, state, everything. So all the red dots are mandatory. You can select the type of customer you're taking the survey of, the status of the customer, whether it's a new customer or an existing customer. Is the customer aware of your products? Is billing done for this customer? You can assign it to any user directly. You can give any description. You can capture the location of where you are taking the survey from. Then you can add the items here, like the items they're taking, right? You can add the items here directly. You can add the quantity, whatever quantity they're interested in for that item. Then if you have given them any material like PDF catalogs, you can add the catalogs here. Like in the beginning I have showed you, while creating the items, you can select whether it's a marketing material or not. So if it's selected here, if I click on go to items and services, then click on the plus button here, if I scroll down, you will see that is marketing material question mark. So if this is check only, then it will be showing over here in this marketing material drop down here. Then you can select the item and give the quantity. And then below here you can give the order value you have received and the total order they have paid for now. Then click on submit, and once you do that, basically the survey is created and it has been recorded. Now if we go back to the survey, it will show you the location of the survey from where you have taken. Like if you just click on it, now if you scroll down, you will see the photos and things that are uploaded, and below you can also check the map of where you have taken the survey. Now if I go to the right hand side, you can also see the frequency. Like if this certain number or name has been repeated, it will show you the frequency, how many times it has been repeated. Then there are some other things here. You can take out the survey reports, employee reports and stuff. Employee survey reports, like how many surveys they have taken. This I will come to later on at the end. Then you can save the context. Follow up I have already shown. In context, you can save the context details, like for against a certain deal or account, there might have multiple points of context, so you can save that in context here. You can click on the plus button, then you can say which, again, I mean, to whom it is linked. If it's linked to any account that you have created, then you can select the account here. So basically that's how you can create it. You can give the name, who it will report to, you can select. Then you can select give the phone number designation. Suppose it's from a company, it's from the AC Maker company, then it's their what do you call, salesperson. So you can write the salesperson name here and give the designation as salesperson and mention all those things. So based on that, you can save the context. Now we have communication here. In communication, you can set the automate marketing here. You can set like from, if you want to send in bulk emails or SMSs, you can set it over here, like to whom it will go, how many times it will go, how many times a day it will go. Then if you want to send it one time also, you can set it for one time also. Like here you can select to whom it will go. If you want to send by profession, you can select profession, then select the profession. Then if you want to send all your customers or all your leads or your deals, you can select over here. Then you can select whether it will be sent through email. Then you can say whether what will be subject of the email, how many time it will go. If it's one time, then you can select one time. If it's recurring, you can select recurring time, sending limit, then starting date, end date, enter the frequency number of days, like how many times a day kind of things. Then you can select the template if you have already created. Otherwise you can give the content of the mail. The templates can be created by going to masters, and here you will find templates. So in the templates you can click on plus button here and add the details, and you can select the same template over there and it will fetch all the details. You can give the template name, you can enable it, say which content you want to fill, email, SMS or WhatsApp. So based on whatever you fill there, and if you select it here, the template, automatically it will come here like this. So that is how you can do it. If you want to attach any documents also, you can attach it. You can simply click on submit. So based on that, it will automatically keep on sending the emails to your respected person that you have selected here. If you have selected all deals, all leads, then it will send to all the leads that you have in the system. So that is how it works. You can set it up. So that was it for the bulk communication. Now how to create a user. So if you want to add multiple users, you can simply go to users here. Then you can see the users that I have created already. Now if you want to add any new, you can simply click on this plus button. I'll close this all other tabs here. Now as you can see, this is the form where you will fill all the details. Like you have to give the name of the user who will be using the system. It will basically provide a separate login for them, and you can give the access based on what they can see and not. You will provide the unique email ID for them, in which the email ID, the user ID and password will be sent. You can give their joining date, you can mention department designation. Then there are some other details here. You can fill all these details. Then if you come below, you can fill all these insurance, emergency contact details, insurance details, their address and stuff. And if you scroll further down, you will see the access groups here. So whatever access group that I have created already, you can see over here. You can select them and put it on the right side. Basically, if it's on the right side, it means it has been assigned to them. So this access they have. And if you scroll further down, you will see the warehouse access as well. You can give which certain warehouse they can see, or it will be visible to them, and they can operate in that certain warehouse. And these access groups you can create on your own as well. Currently these are some by default created, like for HR admin you can directly give this to the HR admin, and for the employees you can give this. So for the employees, only the certain modules in HR will be visible, like salary slips and stuff. So for that you can give the ESS, and for the HR everything will be visible, so you can give the HR. So based on that you can give. There are some certain default settings. And if you want to create your own access groups, you can simply go here, click on the access group here, and it will open up. Then here you can see all the defaults, and some that I have created are here. Now if you want to create any new one, you will simply click on this add new. Now once you are here, you can fill the name of the group. You can give any name, and based on that you can select what access you want to give in that certain access group. Suppose in this access group you want to give the lead access, but they can only see the list. They can't add, they can edit, they can delete, they can report. So these are how you can control the access. You can see all the module names here, and based on the module name you can give. If you want to give the lease access, if you want to give the update access, like that, you can decide whether they can delete it or not, the delete access. So based on that you can keep on giving all the access and create different groups and assign it to the users. So that is how you can apply the access groups, and this is how you can create the user as well. So as if I go back here, you can see that I have already 3 users been created here for this account. So they will be also able to log in from their personal account that they will be receiving their certain emails, and using that they can log in and see whatever is visible to them based on the access that I have given them. So that is how you will be creating the users. Now if we go down, we also have human resource here. You can create all your employees here. You can basically also connect the employees with the user accounts that you have created, so that if there are certain reports, like in the survey, if you see in the survey we have a new report where you will see like for which user have created how many survey for that month, how many orders they have taken. So in that you will be needing to link the employee. so that in the survey you can see the full records. So here in employee, you can simply click on the plus button and fill all the details here. Like you'll fill the employee name, their father's name, email, phone number. You can give the employee ID, date of joining. Here you can link the user. If the user ID is already created, I mean for this employee, the user ID is already created in user, then you can directly connect it with it. And if this is already connected, nothing will show you in this drop down. So this is how you can connect the user. Then you can give department designation and all the details. Here you can select for their attendance, how many days it will be holiday. Like 2 days holiday meaning like Saturday, Sunday, or like weekend holiday. It will be 2 days or 1 day, you can decide. Then you can give the basic salary. Then you can give the monthly target and monthly achievement, which will be showing in this certain survey report here. And I'll show you that in a while, but for now I'll just show you like this. So here you can see total survey by month, total order value they have taken, total order value for the month they have taken, then number of orders they have taken, then the target of the month they have, the target they have achieved. Those details, it will be filled over here and it will be reflecting over there. Total target month and target monthly achievement, that will be reflecting over here. Target of month and monthly achievement. So these are the fields. Then fiscal year, you can select. If you don't have it, you can create it. You can be directed to fiscal year and you can create and attach it over here. Then monthly achievements and stuff that I told you. Then holiday list you can add. If you haven't created it, you can click on create new and you can create one. So I'll show you how you can create. You can go to holiday list here. Then here you can simply click on the plus button, or if from here itself you can click on the plus button, create new. It will be directed to the holiday list add form where you can create it. Now you'll give a name here. Now any name. Then you can select weekend days. Like you can select like which will be the weekend days that will be holiday for them. Suppose it will be all Saturdays and Sundays. You can say this will be the weekend days, which will be holiday, and from when till when this holiday list is applicable. Suppose from January 1 to next year January, it will be next year's December. Suppose this is the date. Then you can select the color based on like how it will be appearing in your attendance list. Then you can select the holidays. Here you can mention like Gandhi Jayanti or something. Gandhi Jayanti. Then which date will be the Gandhi Jayanti will be on which date? 2nd October. So you can add multiple holidays here and you can submit it. Then once you submit it, basically after that you can select it over here, and based on that in the attendance list it will show which days were holidays and stuff. Also you can attach a manager here who will be the manager for this certain employee. You can select it. Now if we scroll down, you can see, you can also mention their earnings, the components, gross amount, net amount, everything you can mention over here. Then what will be their deductions you can mention. So these are all the things you can mention here. Then if you go further below, you can add their address as well. Then if you have done any integration with any device for them for attendance, then that you can link it with the employee itself. So that is how you can create the employee. After that, once it is created, our system has different ways of recording the attendance. First of all is geotagging, geolocation base. Basically, if you are in office and you are the admin, you can simply go to attendance list and click on capture location. So this will capture the location of your office, and it will have a certain range, and only if within that range your employees are there, only then they can punch in and punch out, break in and break out while marking their attendance. If they're not, they will not be. Now if you want to link it with any device, you can register this device here, and based on that also you can do the integration, and using the device also they can mark the attendance. Now whatever attendance has been marked will be reflecting over here, their time in, time out, date, time, the break in break out time, which employee it is, and everything it will be recorded over here and will be displayed here. Then the holiday list I have already explained. Now in leave allocation, you'll be allocating the leaves to your employees. You can say like you want to allocate casual leaves, 5 casual leaves to that employee. You can do that. So here you select the employee, then select what type of leave it is. It's a casual leave, it's a compensatory leave, what kind of leave it is. Then you can select the fiscal year again, then allocate the number of leaves. Suppose 5 leaves, I want to allocate them. So that's how you can give opening leave balance. If they have already any certain kind of leave balance from previous year, you can add that. Then any other description and submit it. So once you do that, basically the leave will be allocated for that employee. Now you can directly go to leave application and record any leave application that they have applied for. Here you can also send it for approval. You can simply click on the plus button, and here you can add the employee for whom the leave application is for, and you can say it has casual leave, then from which date till which date the leave is required. Then you can check the leave balance. Currently for this employee, no leave, casual leave is assigned, so it's showing is no casual leave. I think for someone else it might be there. Yeah, for, as you can see, for this employee the number of casual leave remaining is 6. So this is how you can check. Then you can say whether this it is approved or not, it's rejected or not. Then you can also say who will be approving it. You can set the user who will be approving it. Then once you submit it, basically the leave application will be submitted, but then they have to approve it by the certain user that you have put in the approver. Then once they approve it, automatically this status will change to approve, otherwise it will stay as open, and if they reject it, this status will be marked as rejected. So this is how you can manage your leave applications here. Then comes the salary slip here. Now in the salary slip, you can maintain the salary slip of your employees. As you can see, I have created some. Now if you want to create any new, you can directly click on the plus button and do it. Or if you have already created the salary slip previous month, you can select any salary slip and click on duplicate it. Then basically you can confirm it, and you can create a duplicate of that certain salary slip for the next month. And if you are not creating a duplicate, you can simply click on the plus button and select the employee and fill all the details. Here, as you can see, here I can select the employee. Then I believe, yeah, so for that employee, in the employee module I have mentioned the earnings and deduction, so it's already reflecting over here. Now here you can fill other details, posting date, then for which month the salary slip is being made of, then the payment days, total days they work for, and there are some other details, payment accounting head, expense accounting head, payment posting that you can mention all this thing, and then simply click on submit. So this will be this will create an invoice automatically. So once you do that, you can check it by clicking this I button. This will basically open the salary slip. Even for the employees it will be available, and then you can click on this download option. It will by clicking on which you can download the salary slip as well. As you can see, this will be the format with the logo. Now once you do that, that's a way of creating one. But if you also, after creating, you have to submit it once. It will ask for permission. Like these two are not submitted, you can either open it and submit it with the submit button, or you can directly select, like if you've created multiple, then you can select like this and click on this submit selected. So once you click on it, automatically this will be fully submitted and won't be editable like the other ones. And if you want to cancel it, you can select this cancel button. Now if you want to create a duplicate of this existing one, you will select them and you can click on duplicate, confirm yes. Now as you can see, this will open up. Here you can change the posting date, then you can change the start and date, payment account if there is any changes, expense account if there is any changes, and then you can click on submit, and automatically for that month it will be generated. Now if you want not to select and come here and select by the posting date, you can select the posting date and click on get details. For this date no invoices are there, for this also not. If I select 24, it will come only the one that I have created for 24. I think, wait, I haven't created for 24. Okay, for 20 there are some. So these are all the invoices. salary slips, not invoices. So if I now generate a submit this, basically 2 salary slips will be created for this employee. So that's how you can create it. Like if for a certain posting date you have created 10 salary slips for 10 different employees, then you can select the date here and click on get details. Automatically for that 10 employees, all the salary slips will be displayed over here, and duplicate of that 10 salary slips will be created based on whatever informations you provide over here. So that is how you can create the salary slip in our system. So it's very easy. Then after that we have subscriptions here. So in subscription we have the plans and subscription. First of all, I'll show you how we have in the settings. So in the settings you can decide the grace period of the subscription. Then you can also select cancel subscription after grace period. If the grace period is over, would you want to cancel the subscription? You can decide the payment gateways if you want to attach any payment gateways. If you want to do razor pay integration, you can do that by putting the gate key and gate secret key over here. Then you can create the plans by going to subscription plans. Basically subscriptions are useful for people who sell their product based on subscription, like a saloon or a spa center it could be. So you can create the subscription plans here by clicking the add button. You can give the plan name, any name. Then you can select what item or service you are selling in this subscription plan, and you can select the other details like price based, or you can select the subscription is based on price fixed rate, or what will be the cost, or what will be the billing interval. Then billing interval count, you can mention the number of interval for the billing interval field. For example, if the interval is set to days, if this is set to days and billing interval count is 3, then invoices will be generated every 3 days. So that is how this billing interval count works. So if you have set this day as day and you have set this 3, so after every 3 days a bill will be generated for this certain plan. So that is how you can decide it. Then you can go to subscription. After you create the plan, you can click on the plus button again. And here you can select to whom you are giving the subscription. You can select the client, customer. You can select the subscription start date, end date. If there is any trial period start date, you can give it. Then you can mention beginning of which period the invoice will be generated, current subscription period, beginning of the current subscription period, or the end you can select. Then the number of days the subscription will remain active until payment is received. For how many days this subscription will be remaining active, the due date you can decide. Suppose for 5 days, if they don't pay for 5 days, this will be active, but after the 5th day it will be deactivated automatically. Then generate new invoice past it to due date. So if you want a new invoice to be generated, if this date is passed, you can do this. You can select this will create a new invoice as per schedule based on this 5 days, based on the dates you provide over here. Now here you can select the plan, whatever plan you created, the quantity of the plan, then you can submit this. So based on that your subscription will be created. So that is how it can create a subscription. Then we have project management here. So in project management, you can manage all your projects, create the different tasks for the projects. So you can go to task type, then create the different types of the tasks that you will have, like demolition for construction, right? All those things you can create. So we'll click on the plus button here. Then suppose the task type is demolition. Then you can mention the weight and stuff. It's not required currently. I'll just submit it. Then you can go to task. Then here you can create the task. Like, okay, this task I have already created. So I'll just edit this. Yeah, this is a task demolition. It's open. The priority is medium. You can connect this with certain projects, or you can keep this as a template if it's required. Then other than that, you can say mention other details, like this is currently created as a template, so that I can, while creating a project template, I can directly attach this. So we'll go to project template. We'll create a project template. Here, as you can see, I have already created one template. If you want to create a new one, you will simply click on the plus button. Then here in construction template I have created, I have attached the task that if it's a project type is construction, then demolition will be one of its tasks. Then in project type, you can create the types of project that will be dealing with. Currently none of it is created. I'll create one here. Suppose construction. I'll submit this. Then in project template, I'll connect it. Construction. Then submit this. Now if we go to projects, we can create a new project. We can simply click on this plus button. Give the project name C1 or construction 1 from template construction. Expected start date is today. Expected end date is also today. You can select the project type. You can select the completion type, whether it will be based on task completed. If the task is completed, only then it will be marked as completed. You can say that. Then priority you can set. Then if you scroll further down, you can assign it to any user. If any user is related to them, to this project, you can mention any nodes. You can mention start and end date, cost estimation. You can mention margin and monitor the progress as well. Based on that, you can simply submit this. Now from here itself, we can create the project task. So as you can see, the task for that project has been created directly over here. Now if you mark this completed, automatically for that project, the percentage will increase. Like if I mark this completed and say yes, basically now it's completed, and based on that, in the project it will also be completed. The task for that project will be also completed. So here, as you can see, this is the project, and here you can update the project task that you have completed. So here you can update how much percentage has been completed, and suppose 100% is completed. Update the completion percentage, and as you can see, it has been recorded, and based on that you can update it. Currently this is in development, so in upcoming future, as soon as you click on the task complete over there, automatically this will also be updated. So this, based on that, you can create the task and manage all the projects. And if you go to timesheet, you can create the timesheets against any project. You can create the activity cost, activity types over there. If I click on plus button, here I can select the project that is connected. Suppose construction 1. Now here you can also attach this to any employee if it's related to any employee. Suppose then you can mention the project here, the task that you want to mark, then the activity and all those things, the times and stuff, everything you can mention over here with the hours, the billing is billing details is billable or not, whether it's completed or not. You can mention all these details, and in activity costs you can mention the costs of all the activities that you have performed. Simply by clicking on the plus button, you can manage all the details over here. Activity type you can create, the employee who is connected with it, what will be the billing rate. So based on that you can manage your project management in the project management. Then we have the task here. In task you can maintain your internal tasks that you have. You can create the task and assign it to your users. This is basically for internal purpose. Here you can, as you can see, I have created some tasks. You can add all the details here. You can give the priority, the status of it, everything you can mention. And your employees, for the user that you have mentioned here, assigned it to, basically to them only the task that is assigned to them will be shown here. And if they go to assign to me, it will show only the task that is assigned to them. And if reported by me will be the one who like it will show what task you have reported, what task you have assigned to others. Those will be shown in the reported by me. So here you can create by clicking on the plus button. Then here you can connect it with any lead or any client account. Then you can give the task, assign it to the user, select the priority, give the status, give the due date resolved date. You can write any kind of description and submit it. Based on that, an email will also be sent. Then if I go to masters, yeah, I have already told you, we can edit the content of all the drop downs from here itself. And if you go further down, you can see there is an option to add custom fields. So if you want to add custom fields to any of the modules, you can simply come here, select, give a display name, the field name, the field that will be shown. Like for in items, I have added dayware, which shows in when you go to the items module. So I have added that item. I have given the display name as dayware. Then I have selected the document type as items/services. So in that module it will show. Then I have selected that as non-mandatory. This one is no. So I have selected as no. If you select this yes, it will be mandatory. Then I have put this as active. Then based on that I have submitted it. Then it has been repaired over here. And now if I go to items and services, it will be shown over there in inventory, items and services. And if you want to add more, you can do that. Like you can say I want to add quality or something. Like if you want to add quality as a field in items and services, and it should be mandatory, then I can select mandatory and submit it. So based on that, this will be added in the items and services. If we add here, if we go here, you will see that here, as you can see, dayware is here, and the quality we just added, it's mandatory as well. It has been also added over here. So that's how you can add custom fields on your own as well without any hassle, and it's very easy to handle. And overall the system is very flexible, very easy to understand. It's very simple, and it will save a lot of your time based on all the automations that we have. Also, if you have any doubts and any confusion, do let us know. And I hope you all got what I was trying to explain. And thank you so much for watching.